Good morning, dear students. Strategic Brand Management Unit 1, continue version of first chapter. Today we have a concept to discuss, a new product management. So, a new product management completely going to talk about a product newly developing and management of the new product, why new product failures in a market, what are the reasons for failing a new product in a market. So first we take upon what exactly a new product will be having a assumption that new product means completely newly coming to the market. The product is newly coming to the market. Everybody will be having a assumption, but in a marketing terms we have some meaning and some concept what exactly we are going to call it as a new product. What is a new product that opens an entirely new market? What the assumption we are having that is correct, completely coming to the market for the first time, and it is a completely a new product, that is called as a new product. And the second one is product that adopts or replaces an existing product. Okay, a product that adopts or replace an existing products, in the sense those are the days we are using the landlines, correct? The landline phones we were using, so that telephones were replaced by the mobile phones, smartphones, cell phones and all. So that is also a new product into the market. The idea is not a new, but the new version, the new edition of particular products are coming into the market. And the second one is significant broaden the market for an existing product. The product that significantly broaden a market for an existing product, in the sense adding some features. So those are the days we were having only the washing powder called as a Surf. Now the recent version is a Surf Excel, correct? So adding some significant things to the existing product, and it is going to broaden the market for existing product. So next one is the old product introduced in a new market. The existing product, it is a old product only, but it is newly introducing into the new market or new segment of the market. And the next one is an old product packed in a different way. The old product, the packed in a different way, so the package style is going to be changed for the existing package. We'll take example of your Maggi only. So when we had a case of a Maggi on a health issues, the Maggi again come back to the market with the new marketing strategy and new packing style. So that is also going to be a new packing style, new going to be done in a different way to attract the customers. That is also called as a new product. An old product marketed in a different way. The old products only we are going to market in a different way. So we are using various marketing strategy and various marketing mix, and giving something new to the market, that is also called as a new product. So these are the various version of the products which can be called as a new product. So it is not always a assumption that new product, in the sense new product, a completely new product coming into the market. These are all also called as a new product. Next is, so what are the stages involved in new product development? It is not so easy to develop a new product. It is not going to be happen overnight. We are having a different step to be followed here: idea generation, screening, concept development, marketing strategy and testing, business analysis, product and marketing mix development, test marketing and commercialization. One by one we'll discuss now what exactly idea generation means we are going to generate an idea, the starting point of development of a new product process. So idea generation, it is range from incremental improvement to existing product, incremental improvement to existing product to a new to the world products. So it may be a improvement in existing product or new product to the market, entirely new product to the market. Either the one we can generate an idea for both the aspects, means adding some feature to a existing product or completely new product to a market. So either the way we are going to generate an idea. So what are the sources of generating an idea, where you will get an idea? So it is either you, either me. So we are having certain sources of generating a idea. So we are going to get some ideas from customers, of course, their needs, wants, and their feedback, their complaints, suggestions are going to be converted in a new idea. When the customer consumes a product and they'll be telling a drawbacks, they'll be telling a feedback on a product, and those may be converted as an idea. And the competitors, what exactly the competitors are giving to the market, and how differently we can think about a product can be given in a unique way, how the competitors are giving in a market. And outside investors, those who are investing on our business, and they'll be having some an idea which can be feasible to implement in a market in order to generate a profit or revenue. And channel members are the distribution people. Actually, distribution channels, we are having manufacturer, wholesaler, retailers, and the agents. They'll be having a connectivity with the customers, and they'll be finding some challenges in making a distribution of the products, and they may suggest some ideas and give some feedback about the product distribution, and they'll be finding some difficulties and challenges, and those difficulties and challenges may become an idea. And the consultants, of course, we are going to outsource sometime when we are not having an idea of what exactly the new product. We'll be having a consultants, so we'll be taking some ideas through consultant also. So these are some various sources where exactly the idea of new product development may be generated. That is first step. And the next step is screening. So when you are having a different sources of new idea, new product development ideas, you will be having a pool of ideas in front of you. Either the sources you used, either it is customer, competitor, consultant, external environment, distribution channel, anything, you will be having a pool of idea. So which one to choose and which one to not? It is not just blindly rejecting a multiple alternatives available with you. You need to ask a question yourself, two question yourself before making a screening of your beautiful ideas. First one is the idea could be practically developed into product with development of production, marketing, financial capabilities of the company. The idea can be converted into a product. That should be a very much challenging now. So all idea cannot be converted into a product. So you need to check either the idea can be converted into a product, and that product can be developed in a process of production, and it can be marketed in a different location and the places, and what is the financial capability of making a production process, and how is the financial condition of the company. You need to ask this question yourself. And the second question is the venture commercially feasible? Means if you develop a product, this particular product, is this going to be given a specific returns, or we are going to call it as a profit or a revenue, is going to give or generate some profit or revenue to the company, taking consideration of all market alternatives, profitability, social and environmental concern. After considering all this point, the products are really going to be generate a returns to us or not. So answer for this particular two question. If the ideas are really answering for these two questions, then you can screen those ideas and you can develop a new product. So this is how you are going to screen ideas. And next is, after screening an idea which is very much feasible and which is having some returns, next is concept development and testing. So what is concept development? Concept development is a detailed version of the idea stated in a meaningful consumer terms. Means if I go and express in terms of different technological jargons, different technological phrases, that I am going to develop a new product called so and so, means everybody will not understand that. Correct? Before 4G concept, 3G concept, we were not understanding. So that is going to be converted into a meaningful consumer terms where normal customer can understand your idea. Convert that. So that is called as a concept development. How it works and how it is benefited to each other, and what is the value we are going to pay for that. So that is called as a concept development, and the developed concept will be tested among the sample consumers. Okay, so that I'll discuss in a test marketing. So here the concept development means exactly converting your ideas into meaningful consumer terms. Means that need to be understand, your idea need to be understand by a customers. Whoever asks for any queries or whoever read about your new product development, they should understand what exactly and how exactly your new product works. That is your concept development. Next is market strategy. Once the concept is developed, the market strategies need to be developed for your concept. First one is describe a target market size, market structure, and the market behavior. So what should be, what is our market size and what is the structure in the sense it is going to be talk about different levels. Either you are going to deal with the local market, domestic market, national or international, or it may be a male version, female version, or you are categorizing on a basis of age or categorization on the basis of income. Everything you are going to describe. And the second part is you are outlining pricing strategy, distribution strategy, and developing a marketing budget for the first particular year if it is a new market to the new product to the market. So pricing strategy, distribution strategy, and you are concentrating on your marketing budget also. That is a second marketing strategy you are going to frame. And the third is marketing strategy plan describe a long run sale and the profit goals and marketing mix strategy over a time. The third part you need to concentrate on, you need to develop a strategy for a long run. Why the long run? Means here you are going to make a appropriate decision towards the marketing mix. What should be your product, what should be your pricing, what should be your promotional strategy, and what should be your place, which place you are going to market your new product. So marketing strategy in such a way, attractive way, and it need to generate some profit to a company or the institution. In effective way you need to make a marketing strategy, deciding upon all these aspects while deciding your marketing strategy. And the next concept is business analysis. So marketing strategy is developed. So let me check a business analysis. Let me do a business analysis for a new product. Business analysis estimate the commercial performance of the product. Commercial performance, obviously it is a profit or loss. You need to check a feasibility, what time it is going to generate a more profit and in what time it is going to incur a loss. Because I'm not telling that all the products are always going to generate a profit round the clock and it is going to incur a loss for all the time. We will be having a periodical cycle where exactly the generation of a profit will be more in one particular duration and there will be a slow generation of a profit in some particular duration. Take example, in summer we will be consuming more cold drinks, and during cold weather we will be consuming hot beverages more. So that may be a periodical cycle how it is going to generate commercial returns to a particular institution. And revenue forecast, of course, revenue again it is a profitability aspect. And the cost estimation, if I invest so much for the production process of a new product, investing so much of cost, either it is a labor cost, raw material cost, um, what is infrastructure cost, totally infrastructural cost, okay, transportation, warehousing, distribution, advertisement, marketing, everything involve a cost. So all these costs are going to be considered, and if I produce this particular product, what would be the production cost? So that cost estimation you have to do. And next one is profit projection. So if I invest so much of cost of production made by me in order to produce a new product, what is a profit generation from this particular product, that you need to check. And the next is acceptable level of profit for a given product development. Of course it is going to generate a profit, a new product. What is level of profit it is going to be given, actually, that you need to check. And assess the amount of risk involved also. So what is the risk involved in the development of a new product, marketing it, or making a promotion of this, and environmental factors you need to take. And if it is not going to be sustained in a market for a long run, definitely you are not going to choose it as a new product development. It should be sustained for a long term in a market. And then what is the risk involved in this? You should choose the new idea where alternative product and substitute products cannot be created easily. So that you need to be keep it in the mind, so that may reduce the risk of competitors. And trends you need to check, what is the trend now it is running, and how long the trends are going to be set back. So everything you need to check, and then you need to make a selection of new product development. So that is a risk involved in a selected product. And the next thing is, after making a business analysis, now you are going to develop a actual product. So concept development, it was only a prototype, okay. Here the actual production of the product is going to be happen. So the projection of profit is done, risk involved is analyzed, and the budget for marketing is estimated. Every other feasible for business analysis is done. And now the product development. So before making a product development, some of the prototype that satisfies the following criteria is: the consumer see it is embedding and the key attributes described in a product concept statement. So here it means the consumers are going to make a comparisons that what the prototype you are developed in a concept development is, the product is exactly like that. Because concept development we are going to give it for a focused people, focused group, or some reference group, or some group of customers, in order to give a feedback. So on the basis of that, after making an actual development of a product, they are going to make a comparison what they told in a concept development and what exactly they developed in a new product. Are they matching or not? That they are going to check. And the prototype satisfy under normal user and a condition. So how it is user friendly, that they are going to check, and can be produced for the budgeted manufacturing. So will they produce it for a budgeted budget what they estimated, and would it going to be available for the customer in a reasonable cost? All this they are going to check in the process of product development. And the next thing is, after product development, the product is developed, and the test marketing is also going to be conducted. And it is not only going to test the product, how the customers are going to be response, either they are going to accept it or reject it, but also they will be giving some feedback, either to make some modification, either to make some evaluation of the product and all. uh, uh, Based on that feedback and evaluations, in the next process we are going to make corrections and the modification in the development of the product, and we will be giving to the giving a product to the customers in their according to their needs and demands. So that is test marketing. And the next concept is commercialization. So the product is developed, test marketing is done, the product is developed according to the requirement of the need of the customers. Now it is a time to launch your product in a market. So commercialization means converting your product into commercial. So it need to be generate a profit, it need to be generate revenue, it need to be generate a return for a institution. So the commercialization part is a very much important. This is the actual launch of a product into the market. So when you are launching your product, you need to keep a question yourself when to launch it, because a right time is very much important. If you are not launching your product on a right time, you will be facing many challenges and the barriers. It may be a competitors, environmental factor, economical factor, everything. So you need to take a decision to launch your product at a right time. And the next one is where to launch it. So either it should be in a single locality where a concentration of targeted customers are there, or with a several region, or in a national market. Everything should be decided, and to whom you are going to distribute it, or you are going to launch it, or you are going to concentrate only on a target distribution and the promotion to the best prospect groups. Means where you are having expectations that customers are really going to purchase your product, you concentrate on that particular target market, and then you are going to launch. And the next, how you are going to launch it, so you need to develop some action plans there for the introduction of a new product into the market. How we are going to launch it, so either you are using a celebrity, either you are using some social media. For the first time, we are going to launch, because our first impression is the best impression, and how the customers is going to perceive your new product in a market. So these are all some of the steps, mandatory steps involved in a new product development, and this is also important concept for your examination. And the next concept is failure of new product. So you will develop with all struggles, risk and challenges. You are going to develop a new product, of course. So new products are going to be failure. Always the customers, or in general, and the common parlance is the new products are going to be get failure because it is a fault of company. But not always. Failures of a products are having n number of reasons. We are going to quote a few reasons why exactly new product failures. First one is poor organization system for handling new product ideas. Means poor criteria for working. You are having an idea for developing a new product, but you are not having a criteria wise what to do first and what to do next. You are not categorize, you are not prioritize your particular aspect. And poor or weak procedures undertaking. Okay, the procedures what you are following for development of a new product, it is very poor and weak, and it is not matching with the projected estimation. And the next reason is poor forecasting and market research. You are not having a technical knowledge, and you are not having experience in conducting a market research, and the report what you are done with the market research may not be matching with the actual environment. The skill is lagging actually for the estimation of future, and estimation of the what exactly happens in a market environment. That is not matching with actually. So Next one is market mafia is there. Market mafia means creating artificial demand, creating artificial environment, scarcity, artificial scarcity, everything is involved there. So you are not having an idea of market mafia, what exactly happening, and you started developing a new product, but in a actual environment there is no demand for your product. So that may be a reason for failure of your product. And next one is poor market planning. Planning aspect you are not done properly, so effective planning is very much necessary. So you are having a lack in poor segmentation of a product, overpricing of a product placement problem you are having, and poor long term planning you are having. So strategy development, it is not so easy task. If it is a short term and the medium term you can manage with, and if you are developing a long term plans for your market and your product, it should be very much effective and implemented in actual marketing condition. And some other reasons for new products failures are poor product design. It may be a packaging, finishing, design, color, everything matters here. So that is also some of the major reason people may not accepting a design, accepting they are not happy with the packaging style also. So these are all the problems where new product get a failure actually. And the next one is high product development cost, means a factor of production or cost of productions are high, and because of that particular reason price of the product is high. The cost of raw material is high, production cost is high, the labor cost is high. Because of all this cost, so the fixation of pricing for your product will also be a more. And some other reasons are bad time of introducing your new product, some maybe some political issue, maybe some inflation in economic condition is not supportive, like in a COVID-19 for example. For a current scenario, no people come forward in order to launch their new product. Whatever the technical aspects they want to launch in a product, you are not launched it in a right time, or a bad time actually you are going to call it. For that reason also, even though it is having all feature characteristics where customers are happy and satisfying power in your product, if you are launching it in a bad time, it is not going to be successful in a market. And the next one is a poor product distinctive. It is not outstanding, it is not having a unique feature when you are comparing to other product. It is already available, it is not having some outstanding characteristics when you compare with the other product. That is also a reason. Lack of differential advantages, as I told you, product distinctive and product differentiation is not there. So the substitute and similar products are already available, and simply why this particular problem arise, in the sense you are not done with the proper market research, you are lagging with conducting effective and efficient market reasons. So that is the reason the products also failures in a market. And other reasons I quoted here: you are not done advertising campaign properly, and the pricing is not done properly. It should not be too low, it should not be too high. There are some pricing strategy really need to be followed when you are launching a new product into the market. So when you are not having a technical knowledge about all these things, the products may get failure in a market. So these are all some stated problems why really the new products are failures in a actual marketing environment. So today we covered with what are the new products and how to develop new products. There are some standardized steps to development of a new product, and reasons for new product failures in a market. All these three concepts are important in point of examination. Please go through it. Any doubts you can ask me. You can drop me a message in a cell phone. Any points to be discussed, we can repeat the concept in a next class also. Thank you all.